I have this slushy machine, and the thing that I was most curious about was how long does it take from pouring liquid in here until I can have a slushy and be drinking it? And I could not find that answer, and so I am going to answer it here, as well as just share some of the tips and tricks that I have learned from using this multiple times over. The reason why I chose this one from all the others really was the price point. This one seemed like a really high quality machine, but wasn't going to be like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It wasn't going to break the bank. It was something that fit within our budget, but was still like a little bit of a splurge to get this machine. But I have been so impressed with it for the price point that it is. Definitely think it's worth it. It came well packaged and was really simple to use, just like straight out of the box. I was able just to plug it in. You do have to wait 2 hours because it has like refrigerant in it, and so it just needs to like all settle. So just be mindful of that, because once we opened it, my kids wanted to like have a slushie right then, but we had to wait a couple hours, and then it takes a little bit of time to actually make the slushie. So just know that, because I had really impatient kids. So I am a mom of 5, and it is currently blazing hot summer where we are, and so we have this thing going pretty much nonstop, and we just always are having something new, and it's been really fun to try a whole bunch of different things. I am a pretty like health conscious person, mindful of what goes in our bodies, making sure that we're getting enough electrolytes during the summer, and I mean all the time, but especially when we're sweating all the time. So right now I actually have like a nice herbal tea that is just jam-packed with electrolytes, and also has the right sugar content in it, because you do need something 4% sugar and above. So just be mindful of that. If you are trying to watch how many sugars you're consuming, it does have to have a certain amount of sugar to it. So the burning question always is, how long is it going to take? So in order for things to get to a slushy point, I have found that it's taken at least 45 minutes to get to like some slush. And then some things have taken like up to an hour, but 45 minutes is really like when things are pretty slushy and you can start to really drink them. And so it's really simple. All you do once it has set is wash everything, give it a good wash, dry it, and then put it all back together, plug it in, and it has a decent cord to it. It's not super short, so that's nice, because sometimes these things have super short cords, and then it's like, well, I can't ever use this on my counter, but this one has a pretty nice long cord. So you plug it in, and then you're going to pour your liquid into here, and it has right on the front here, it has the minimum fill and the maximum fill. It's 61 ounces. And then there is an ice cream max fill, and that's 34 ounces. So depending on what you're making, if you're just making like a normal slushie, that 61 ounces is a good amount. So you pour it in, and then right here, this is where the screen is. You just press this button, a long hold for 3 seconds, and that turns it on. And then that same button is where you cycle through. It's ice cream slush, spiked slush, frappe, milkshake, and chilled juice. And then over here is the cold temperature. So here is the tip that I have, because I had put this particular beverage, which is like my herbal tea mix, just on slush, and I had it set to about right, like just where the setting came, and it wasn't ever turning to slush. And so I was like, oh, I bet I didn't have enough sugar content in it, but I knew that I did, because I had added some honey. I also had added a little bit of juice to it. So I was like, oh, bummer, why isn't this slushing up? So all you have to do is just turn this up a little bit to have it colder, and then this started to slush up. So just be mindful that this can really be adjusted and dialed into whatever it is that you're making. So the more you do this, the more you're going to learn like what beverages need it to be colder and what beverages can have it a little bit warmer and it's still going to get slushy. Probably depends on the amount of sugar and stuff like that. So then once it starts to be, you'll see it starts to get thicker, and it starts to kind of like come more towards the front here. And once you're good, you take this handle right here and you make sure you have your cup there, and you press it down, and it comes out pretty fast. So then you just close it up. It does come with this nice drip tray, And it does also come with a cleaner, but this is all super easy to clean. It has this clean function. So after you're all done, you just pour a liter of water into here, you turn it on, and you hit that clean button, and it will just go cycle through spinning for 6 minutes, and then it'll beep when it's done, and then you can take it apart and clean it. It's really great. It comes apart to just have that like silver section in the center that can really just be wiped down. Everything else can come apart and you can wash with soap and water. So it's really easy to clean. I love that cleaning function. It gets everything nice and like water churning in there and stuff. So I have been so impressed with just the functionality of this, and then also the cleaning functionality of it. It does have just like a one sheet, this is how you use it. So it's like the quick start, really simple. And then it does have the user manual, which is also really nice for more in depth. And then it does come with a book of some recipes as well, which is nice just to be kind of like, okay, this is about how much sugar I need and stuff like that. You can also just, I mean, I have found things online, and I've also just been playing around with it. So this thing is really awesome. It is so nice to have really cold slushies. I have also found that just the chilled juice is really good because it's different than, like, I had this tea last night. I was drinking it and it wasn't slushy, but it was just really, really cold. But I didn't have to have ice in it and watering it down. It was just really cold and super refreshing. So this thing is good in so many formats. We haven't tried ice cream yet, but we're about to try ice cream tonight. So that's the next thing that we're excited to give a try. So this thing is super versatile, really easy, great price point. I absolutely love this and definitely highly recommend it.